Hello and welcome to Dark Souls Part 10, I think. Yes. We're going to go over here because we're going to buy Orstein's armour. That dude, he was in the depths. He's now moved over to here where the Ring of Sacrifice was. And we're going to buy his armour. We're not going to use his armour because I can't roll properly in it. But I'm just buying it because I think it looks cool. And I'm showing you where you can buy boss armours, which is fine. The first part of this video is just me trying it out and things. I don't even know what we're doing. Oh, we're starting the DLC. We're going to go up to about halfway. And, you know, we'll split it into two parts because it is quite long. We're going to do one or two of the bosses, maybe. I don't remember that much, but that's fine. There we go. Orstein looking really cool. So, down here, I think this is Dust Set. Yes, it is Dust Set. But once we have the broken pendant from Duke's Archives, this is here now. You need to beat the Hydra and free Dusk, and then this happens. This is like my 5th time recording this, because I keep messing it up. So hopefully this goes well. That's fine. Big fucking hand. It's really cool. And we get sucked in. Whoop! We're not the only person to be sucked in. That's fine. So this is Oolacile. We haven't actually been to the real forest yet in the future, so lots of the stuff I'll say, hey, remember this later on when we're actually in there and doing stuff. The reason I'm doing it, like the DLC, like now, is so we can get a special cutscene later with a certain character, which is cool. So this is, to me, it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, like rabbit hole, like coming out the rabbit hole and all this shit. And there's some more stuff later. But you come out here, and we get the Sanctuary Guardian. It's essentially like a chimera. Got lion head, goat horns, scorpion tail, and he's really cool. He isn't that easy. He has lots of moves that stun you, like that. He can fly. He can do a lot. I don't really know the best way to really fight him. Because staying close, he does things like this, and also he has like a free hit attack when you're just up at him. I think you can cut off his tail and maybe get a weapon. I'm really not sure. I don't think I've ever done it. There's a lightning attack. I'm not. It's like that one, but he shoots 3, and I don't think I've ever dodged all 3 perfectly, which is annoying. But he's not terribly difficult. He can be quite a challenge. It might take you 2 or 3 times. I've only actually finished the DLC 3 times, I think. Well, which is quite a few times, I guess. So I'm not 100% on it like the rest of the game. Like another reason I'm splitting it into 2 parts is because I'm struggling to beat Calamite at the moment, and I need to put that in, obviously. So, yeah, he is cool though. I do like his stance and just the way he is a very cool chimera. Like most chimeras kind of look the same. Like Dragon's Dogma, like the first boss you fight, is like a standard chimera, but this dude's cool. He has a few little gimmicks with his lightning and. Just take it easy. Like most bosses, kind of be patient. But this 3-hit attack, my shield will take, I think, all 3, but then I'll be left kind of just open. But that's all there really is to this fight. He is cool. I think it's this attack. Yeah, I've never been able to dodge all of them. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. But as I was saying, lots of this place reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. There's like gardeners later on and things. But it is back in time. The weird thing with Lordran, time works oddly, and we have now... Oh, I beat him. There, he's dead. Poor Chimera, and we get his soul. I'm not sure of the weapon you can make off him. I've never tried, so, you know. Yeah, we are back in time before Oolacile was destroyed. Whether it was the Abyss that did it, or Seath rummaging around and stealing maidens and looking for magic stuff, you know. You can probably hear seagulls. I hate them. Very loud. Okay, you wouldn't notice this bit anyway, but that's fine. Another mushroom over there is important. Kindle this bonfire because we will be using this one for a while. So I'd recommend it. And we can level. I think we're like at the soft caps of most things now. But this is Elizabeth over there. I think when we were doing Ash Lake, I mentioned there was a female mushroom.
Well, look at
it's
this
her.
one.
She's a friend of Dusk's.
Ah, Princess Dusk's saint.
Yes, we are.
The princess.
She might actually be a real woman because she does sell
so
the chameleon spell. I think that's what it is. We'll go to it. Come on. chameleon, yeah. Which she could be just hiding, but she does give Elizabeth
Thou
mushrooms,
shalt see
which also
and
appear in
not
Dark Souls
without
2.
him.
So, I don't know if she is just a
May the
mushroom woman
flame-
or a real woman. I don't know. But we're going to leave here and go across a bridge that, remember, because it will be important later. This area is actually important later, but it looks a lot different later. It's fine. So, like, I wish I kind of had gone through the forest first, because then this is kind of all familiar. Those guys, if you look all the way up, you can see Analondo, like, it is here. I'm not sure if Undead Berg is here or anything yet, but Analondo. So this has got to be quite a way back. These are all gardeners. There's a few different types. One's with pitchforks, one with like scissors. What are they called? Gardening scissors, big scissors. They're all around, and some you can see later are actually gardening. It's one of the few times where it doesn't feel like enemies are just waiting to kill you, and that they actually have roles that don't involve you. As well as these, there are some big like stone giant things. Ooh, you suck. There's big stone giants. We won't fight any because I don't want to. There is lots of stuff in this area that I won't get because I just want to kind of get through it. This dude, don't follow him. He's just trying to lead you out there. You have to go out anyway, but you know, don't really follow him. I would probably recommend killing all these enemies, because you can be kind of screwed in a second, but I don't really want to. This area we will also come to in the future. I almost fucking died, which would have made me cry, but it's fine. Just using trees to mess with them so I can heal. Oh fuck, almost ran off the edge as well. That would have been bad. Okay, we're going to heal and then run. Again, as I said, there's a problem with this because there's a certain point where you will be blocked for like 1 or 2 seconds. But there's a big stone guy. Yeah, I'm just showing you the best way I find to do this, just run. But there's lots of items that if you want to look for them, be my guess. But look, it's a really cool fucking dragon calamite. This is the point you're blocked for a few seconds, so just wait with your shield up until calamite pisses off. Down over that bridge. We could have been on this bridge before, but I haven't been there yet, but that's fine. If you look down the edge, you can see where we fought the Hydra. It's not a lake at the moment in time, it's just dried up, which is cool. Hey, crystal lizard. Fucking die. Okay. Now down here, there's a big crater that's all abyssal and shit. You can see the abyss is spreading. That's kind of why we're here, to help stop the spread of the abyss. There, what, the shears. Shears, that's what they're called. Not scissors. This area was also, we will see it later, but that's fine for now. You can see a big Colosseum over there. That's our goal because it's got something fucking awesome in it. But yeah, I'm only killing the enemies that I know I have to, because whoa, I just knocked in miles. If you look, you better see all the way in the distance. You can see some gardeners actually trimming some trees, which is it's pretty cool. They're working, having a good time. Okay, Archie, you've seen it. Move on. Now this next bit, I'm going to say just run again. Unless you want the items and things, I'm just run. There's a lot of things that don't deal with them. You don't need to. They're not mandatory. And we open up an elevator. Before we go into the Colosseum, there's an NPC we want to see. I think we might also set up Calamite, or we might do that later. I think we do that later in the video. And also there's a shortcut which will help. Hey, it's Marvelous Chester.
Snatched by a shadowy
and he was
limb.
snatched by a shadowy limb. I don't know if he had another part of the pendant,
both
or
strangers
what
in
time
this,
he's
but
from,
at least
but he
now
is
they're
cool.
at
Now this shortcut, the way to come back here, when we cross the bridge all the way at the beginning, instead
Did
of going
you happen
left,
across Knight,
if you
the
just keep going
legendary
straight,
abyss
you'll
walk?
come
Well,
to
if you
the...
haven't, he's
talking about
colourless.
Artorias. But if you just keep going straight,
So
you'll
long.
run to where this shortcut is. And it's just a nice... You don't have to run all the way round. You just run straight across. But make sure you trigger it, and then once you're off, send it back up. Because if you die and you decide not to fight all the enemies, you don't have to wait for the elevator to come back up. So make sure it's up. Now, I think we're just going to fight Artorias. I mean, Artorias is here. He's a cool guy. He's through here. And I'll be quiet for a second because this cutscene's cool. And the guy's cool. And that's Artorias. I'll get to his move and everything in a bit. But I'm pretty sure he's based on something from Berserk. I've never watched Berserk, I kinda want to. But I'm sure it's based on Berserk's like armor. Guts' armor, maybe? That's like as much as I know from Berserk. But he isn't at his full power. He's missing his shield because he's broken his arm. As that floppy around. He's also kind of gone insane from the abyss. Like, I think they had to do this because Artorias at full strength. I don't think you would win. I think he would just destroy you. He is one of Gwyn's knights, along with like Orstein Smorg, Hawkeye Goth, quite a few others. But he's cool. We will be getting his sword. And yeah, he fucking killed me. That's why I've avoided talking about his moveset, because he's just going to wreck me. But I love him. But yeah, he has quite a few attacks. He has some jabs, he has some jumps. I think if we can get him this attack, he will do it probably 3 times. Sometimes he doesn't. Just don't really ever attack him after it, because he's a good chance he's going to do it again. He has that throwing of like abyss crap. He has the lunge. If you play Dark Souls 2 and fought the Pursuer, you'll know probably with a lunge, just kind of roll forward and to the right and you'll probably get around it. He has that, always roll to the right. There's some attacks, you just pretty much got to do it a few times and get his pattern down and know which way to dodge. Because rolling sideways to that's pointless, rolling backwards to a few other attacks is also pointless. There's a few other things. I think he'll do it in a minute. I'll talk about something when we get there. But yeah, you can pretty much, his moves are very clear to what he's going to do. He just takes a few times. Now about every quarter of his health he'll run and do an AoE, which I think the only point of it is to give you time to heal. No matter what, no matter how little health you've lost, just heal when he's done that, because it's pretty much the only chance you're going to get to heal. So just do it. It makes perfect sense. I love him. I love him. I'd love to see him when he wasn't like all cursed. Artorias is kind of a plot hole as well, like it's weird. I don't really know. The best explanation I think I've seen of it was like Plague of Gripes, if you know who that is. He did like an animation of the story of Dark Souls and kind of explained it. Look, he's cool. But he was originally, when we go to the New Londo ruins, they talk about Artorias went there and kind of fought the Abyss there, but then I think they didn't know they were ever going to release this DLC. I don't think they had time to finish it, and they did later on. So originally they wrote Artorias that he went to the Abyss in New Londo ruins and got corrupted, but now they say he went to Oolacile and got corrupted, which is weird. It doesn't make much sense, but I think it's just forgiven because he's fucking cool. And yeah, I said he's lost his shield. We will come across his shield. And he's also broken his arm. We can make his weapon. His weapon, it requires you to level up a broken sword, which is pretty cool. We probably will do it just because it's cool. I probably won't ever use it, but it is cool. This is only the second time. It only took me 2 times to actually beat him this time. Usually it takes me a few more. You could use Power Within, but Power Within is a risk. Firstly, I haven't leveled up my Pyromancy Flame, so it isn't going to be hugely effective. But also you have to deal with a little bit of drain, which when he can almost take all my health off, being stuck with that drain kind of is a risk. But if you have more vitality than me, it's probably a good idea to use Power Within. It's so cool. Dodging on this game is way easier than it is on Dark Souls 2. And I think it's a problem with Dark Souls 2 is that enemies track you. Like, if Artorias was in Dark Souls 2, that like forward flip he does would like turn in midair and hit you. Whereas in this, it just relies on the fact that you can dodge and you're good, and doesn't need to track you. Because he's a strong guy, so he doesn't need that extra hit. He'll just kill you anyway. But it's one of the most annoying things in Dark Souls 2. Look, I think the closest thing I can think to an enemy, and there's Artorias. We're gonna give him a moment. We're gonna bow because he's fucking cool. I think I'm just about to finish the second DLC on Dark Souls 2, and the Fume Knight at the end is kind of close, I think, to Artorias. He has like a big weapon. He's pretty cool. He is cool as well. He's way tougher though, just health. To the right inside a hole is the PvP stuff. If you just want to do in-game PvP, like invasions and stuff, hang around here. It usually happens. Loads of people PvP in this little area. And also to the left, or now right, is the way to Hawkeye Goth. We haven't got the key to get to him though, so we'll do it later. We'll do it in the next video. The thing that Artorias stabbed in the beginning of his cutscene are humans corrupted by the Abyss, and they're all around here. They're the Oolacile inhabitants. And they were humans, and this is what the darkness does if it spreads and what it does to fucking humans. So lighting the flame isn't a bad idea. Don't really want to turn into these. Not good. There is also another type. It's like a sorcerer. He uses hexes. We will get an item that helps us combat them a little bit better. It's something from Artorias. He's cool though. I fucking love him. I will probably buy his armor as well because it's cool. Never wear it, just it's cool. Now we will get an NPC evasion in a minute. I think it's here, maybe a little bit further down. There is one. If you don't want to deal with it, don't be hollow. But I would recommend having it because it's a cool fight. It's good. I think round this corner is the first like hex sorcerer. There he is. He shoots these balls. They're not that hard to dodge. The final boss of this area, Manus, also uses similar things, and we will, as I said, get something to combat it, which is cool. Down here, I think this will trigger. As soon as you start going down these stairs, it will trigger the invasion. I think I do it now just to get it out of the way. I'm waiting for it, but it's going to happen. Yeah, Marvelous Chester, the dude we thought was our friend. He was happy and talking to us. He's now there, and he uses a crossbow. He has a pretty cool move, like a kick with his crossbow, that you can't ever do, which is sad. But he's not that difficult. He's dead. What you can do now is go back to Chester, and he'll be all pissy with you because you beat him. And then you just fucking kill him because he's a dick. If you don't need to buy anything from him, kill him, and you get his armor. So we will do that because he's a dick. A cool dick. You don't need to jump down here, you can just keep following the path and you'll just get all this stuff, but I feel the need to jump. I'm not sure why, but I do. Okay. Inside Oolacile, the secret walls, they're not just hittable. You can't just hit them in the open. You need a light source. It will come important in a minute. So either use a spell, or if you have the skull lantern, you can use that. There's a couple of things to do. I was just wondering what's this way. I didn't know what it was. But yeah, make sure you have a skull lantern before coming to do this little side bit down here. The skull, I think there's or the bug hat or something that produces light. Because you need it for a good item. I really like Oolacile as well. It is cool. Because it's like, it's one of the few times you get this. One of the big bits of Dark Souls is whether you light the flame or don't. It's like the Link the Fire or the Dark Lord ending. Kaith, who we don't meet in this, but again, if you want to see Kaith, he is in my other playthrough. I speak to him. He tells you, he's like the opposite to Kingseeker Frampt. He tells you, everyone's lying to you, don't light the flame, let the Abyss go, blah blah blah. He probably was also the one that convinced the 4 kings to go into the Abyss, and also convinced Oolacile, and probably fucked everyone. And Kingseeker Frampt is working for the gods and is like, hey, Link the Fire. There's not really a good or bad ending because Link in the Fire leads to like Dark Souls 2, which is sad, but it just means eventually the fire will fade again. The fire is always going to fade, and it pretty much needs someone strong. First it was Gwyn. If we link the fire, it'll be us, just to keep the fire burning over and over again. Or you can let it go and this happens and you get corrupted. Oh god, that scared the shit out of me. But I also don't know if this is true. We got the I'm sorry carving. We'll talk about that in a bit. I also don't know if that's true because I think it's assumed that no matter what, it's going to repeat. Like everything will repeat. Even if you don't link the fire, everything's going to repeat. So, but that doesn't make much sense. I think you can either just keep living in like ignorance and keep it going, or just let everything spiral. And even if we decided not to link the flame, someone else probably will. Like Solaire. Solaire would probably link the flame if we refuse to. Right now I'm looking for a secret passage with the lantern. It's round here. Boom. And inside is, I think, the silver pendant. I think it's silver pendant. Silver pendant. Well, let's read it. It is a usable item. Deflects dark. Silver and crest of Artorias. It's one of Artorias' items. What it does when you use it, it does like a big boom. If someone's shooting a hex or like a dark spell at you, it will reflect it, which is useful. Kind of more useful in the Manus boss fight. It's not needed if you don't have a light source. You can still beat Manus without it. It will just make the fight way easier. So get it. Stupid not to. Right now I think, because we have like 20,000 souls, we're going to run back, probably see Marvelous Chester. I think I do that. I'm not sure. Kill him, get his items. I think I wear them for a little bit, but I come back to this because I do love the ghetto ring wraith look. At the moment in time, in my own time, I'm playing through this again because Dark Souls 2 annoyed me. I'm playing for it again as a sorcerer because I've never ever played through this game as like as faith build or sorcerer build. So I'm going through. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good. Don't know if it's really easier. Like I always play as like a quality build. I never really go strength or anything because I just like being able to do stuff like if I wanted to. And we're being invaded, but I think just because of Windows Live and just I don't know what, like invasions usually fail and I get stuck here for ages and I should have probably cut. I can see it, I'm about to. But it happens too often where people try and invade and it doesn't work and you're just stuck here for ages. Best thing to do if it doesn't work for a while is just quit game and come back in. I think that's what I do, so fade. Right, we're into the Rollwood. We're just going to kill Chester. He's actually for some reason way harder to fight not invading.
You have quite fine then.
And now he's all pissy because I have nerve because I didn't let him just fucking kill me. Fuck you, Chester. But that sweep kick is fucking cool.
How very, very
I don't know what he means by if you mean by invasion, you fucking invaded me. So yeah, it's all your fault. If he means why we're here, like because he's here the same way, if he thinks we're blaming him for being brought here, I don't know. But he's a cool character and I do really like his outfit. Fucking stop throwing them. This little tree will save you from pretty much all of his attacks. So haha. You're not so marvellous now, are you? It's pretty much because he's on that bridge that makes him annoying to fight. But he's dead.
You win, please. Oh.
No, fuck off. I want your item. What we will probably do now is just set up the Calamite boss. I think I do it now. It would make sense for me to. Yeah, it is cool. It's a cool mask. Cool long coat. Okay, yeah, we are. Down here, there's quite a few dogs. They're different design, which is nice. Mixing it up, but they work exactly the same as the dogs in the rest of the game. Down here, I think it's just a soul of a hero. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Hey, dog. They look more like panthers. That's fine. The Calamite boss fight is quite similar to the Seath one. You probably have to die. So bring a sacrifice it. You probably should have quite a few by now. The way it works is when you first try and fight him, he can fly. His wings work and he's pretty much impossible for you to kill. I think probably someone could kill him, but I don't think I would ever have a chance fighting him that way. Once you kill him, you can then later go to talk to Hawkeye Goth, and if you have already come down here once, Hawkeye Goth gives you the option to knock him out of the sky. So you need and if you never come here and even have met Hawkeye Goth, like, you need to have come here once. That's what I'm trying to say. For Hawkeye Goth to give you the conversation option. So, yeah. Also down here is a Titanite slab. I think there's now 3 in the game because of the DLC. And you can get it really easily. There's Calamite. He's cool. If you beat him, you get the red dragon eye ring. Something. Which makes enemies deal like double damage. It's like if you want to do a challenge run. Get that ring. But we're just going to run straight across This is where we fought the Hydra, which is pretty cool. But run straight across to that waterfall over there, and there's a chest, and we'll do it. Yeah, I'm struggling to beat Calamite. I've beat him before, but he is actually like tough. Like, he's fucking tough. And really cool. I like him a lot. Oh, I love this DLC. It's one of my favourite DLCs ever. I like it, definitely like it more than Dark Souls 2 ones. Like, Dark Souls 2 ones are probably better than Dark Souls 2, but that isn't that hard. But yeah, he's just fucking impossible. But now we'll be able to talk to Hawkeye Goth later, and he'll help us. Haha, Calamite. I planned for that. How long we got left? We got a while. We're now going to go into the rest of Oolacile. We're going to pretty much go to the Abyss, like get to where the Abyss is, and then stop and finish it off next time. But it's cool. I'm still wearing Chester's thing. I might change it now. Yeah, I am. Well, that was fucking timing. I just like it, okay? I love it. It looks fucking cool. I still, not next video, the video after, I think I said it last video, that I'll probably do all the side stuff, like Gwendolyn and the Ender Drake, and probably the Drake on the bridge, stuff like that. Because, and also, beating Gwendolyn, you get some cool armor that I'll probably wear. It's pretty cool. Okay. We're now going to unknown territory. Oh yeah, that carving I got earlier, it's pretty much a PvP item. You drop it and you hear Hawkeye Goth say, "I'm sorry." There's a couple of them like "thank you," and there's a few others. It's like an extra form of communication because there's no voice chat. It's pretty cool. Hey, oh, this is what the silver pendant does. You push, that bounces off. Does that. It's useful for the boss. These guys, it isn't great because by the time you stop doing the animation, they can probably shoot again. So it's not perfect. It does help in a second when we're crossing like a thin bridge. It's pretty useful. Hey, creepy thing. I think there is another type of these. Or maybe it's just because they're in the dark. The ones later, they have like really glowing red heads. I'm sorry. I think I show it off. Yeah, it's pretty much for PvP stuff. And it's cool. They also appear in Dark Souls 2. One of the few things that ruin the whole, this isn't Lordran. Oh yeah, this is a mimic, by the way, because it isn't like really obvious that it's a mimic. And it gives you another carving. Just looking outside my house. I don't know what carving it was, I just missed that. It's fine. Okay. Now here's a bit where the silver pendant does become quite useful. Oh god, there's two of them. Boom. I love that outburst. That's so good. But yeah, because it's quite thin, they'd be very hard to dodge, and it's definitely going to shoot shit at you. But with this, you can just, boom, fuck you. I got your number, ho. Bam. Yeah. This area is not hugely difficult. Like, Oolacile itself isn't hard. The bosses are, like, the Chimera is pretty tough, Artorias is tough, Calamite's tough, Manus is definitely fucking tough. Like, they did raise it up a little. And, you know, they're cool. I think I'm going to complain more about Dark Souls 2. Like, there's no bosses like the Smelter Demon in Dark Souls 1 that I hate with a fucking passion. Oh, this is awesome. I love the fact that I did this. Like, you can run and jump, and then, boom, I got fucking both. Awesome. Anyway, Smelter Demon is the worst fucking enemy, and if you haven't played the new DLC, Crown of the Old Iron King, it's back, and it's there again, and it's terrible, because like the bonfire before it is miles away, you have to run through a lot of crap. They don't do that in this game. They don't do it. Oh, with this I would definitely recommend luring them out one by one. Don't try and take them all at once, because there's also a hex sorcerer up top. I was checking if there was a shortcut. Rooms like this kind of annoy me just for the fact that if you die, you kind of have to do it all over again. Like, it's quite slow and takes a while, but I'm not dying, so. This place also has a like sub boss, like a mini boss. I think it's the Chain Prisoner. Iron prisoner. It's some kind of prisoner. I might search it quickly. I got 2 monitors now. I can do that. I have the magical ability of searching. We're just gonna slightly. Over there you can see. Actually, I don't think you can see. I don't think they let you because it would be kind of a little bit cheaty. There's a lot more sorcerers that make shit annoying. I don't want that. Go away. I'm trying to get on the Dark Souls wiki, which is not working for me. Okay, Dark Souls. Where are you? Towards the Abyss. Where are you? I don't know what his fucking name is. That's annoying. Oh, up here. There is a secret, but we're not going to get that right now. You just run and jump across to there. This is also a pretty cool place if you get invaded. I've been invaded a few times. And it fucking rules just to destroy it. Like, jump across there and wait for them to jump at you. You can destroy them pretty easily. I'm trying to find this fucking enemy. Chain Prisoner. It is the Chain Prisoner. I forgot its name. It's the only enemy in the game that drops chainmail. You can buy chainmail from the first merchant in the game, but there's an enemy that now drops it, which is weird. Down here and to the right is a Twin Humanity if you want it. If you drop off the ledge. But first, we're going to kill this guy. Boom. He ends up like dropping green titanite or something, but I forget to get it, and I'll run back around and get it and waste everyone's time, which is fine. But yeah, we're going to drop down here, and there's only a Twin Humanity. It's not a big deal, but it's nice to have. XP humanity. We've already got enough, but we don't. It's just gravy now, just in case we die, which we probably will. We will die to Calamite and Manus. Manus will definitely destroy me. But apart from that, every other bosses. Oh, and the Witch of Islip will probably kill me once or twice. Dark Fog. I don't think I've ever used hexes, like really anything. I don't. Dark Souls 1 I like being melee. Dark Souls 2. The game has fucking annoying areas like Shrine of Amana, where you pretty much have to use range, which ruins you if you've gone for a purely like melee build, because well designed areas. I also forgot the hidden wall up here, which I will go and get. I think there's just like red titanite in it. It's not much. Oh look, we can't get anywhere unless you do that. It is cool how this is like the light opens up secret passages. I wish that the main ones had been that and not just hit. I guess it would have like half the game you wouldn't have been able to open any secret passages because you wouldn't have any light sources like Skull Lantern or anything. So I guess it makes sense that they didn't have it. But you can do Oolacile pretty early. Actually, not really. You kind of have to do the catacombs. Yeah, you kind of have to. So. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. And I noticed that I was seeing if there was a shortcut. I noticed that I don't know what his name is. Oh, this is great. I'm just going to search everything. Bloathead Sorcerer. See? Wikipedia. Greatest source ever. They're called bloatheads. That's really gross. Really gross. Makes sense. Okay. And I think this is all just for some green titanite. And I got stuck. That's cool. Now we're going to go, there's another shortcut that will open up right next to the first bonfire in Oolacile Township. And it's really, really useful. That pathway is kind of hell. It's really tough. And it's annoying they put the chain prisoner right after it, because if you get killed by the chain prisoner, you've got to fight all those guys again. It's kind of annoying. Not that big of a fan. But this takes you right here, which is very useful. I will go and use my souls. I don't want to lose them because it's a big risk. For this, I'd recommend probably having a bow and arrow and poison arrows. It would be very useful to do so. Hey, we reached 40 on endurance. And my endurance is now higher than my vitality. Which is, if I never get my vitality up. Everyone I ever see has like a huge vitality bar, which is only like 20, I think. It's not a massive amount to get it that big, but I don't know. It always feels like a waste. You can get like extra endurance and things, so why would you waste it on health? I think there's another thing about Dark Souls 2 as well. Hate the healing gems. Because it ruins, like, all these areas are designed for the fact that you only have 5, 10, 15 Estus flasks, whereas they don't even need to care because you could have like 100 fucking healing things. Well, actually, I don't know if that makes sense, because like in Demon Souls, the areas are designed fucking awesome, and there you have like, you can have like unlimited amount of healing items. So I don't know. Maybe Dark Souls 2 just wasn't done as well. I'm just saying that. I do stream Dark Souls 2 every now and again, but I'm never going to do a playthrough of it because I hate the end of the game. Like, as soon as I don't mind everything up to about Drangleic Castle, and then from then on I just don't want to play it anymore. Like, I've only finished the game once, and I've got like 7 characters that are all at Drangleic Castle, and I just don't want to play past it. Which is weird. But yeah, these guys try and get all the sorcerers gone, because as well as the sorcerers, there's like 3 of them, and there's also a few normal bloat heads, and I don't want to deal with them all at once because they're tough, and they're all very confused about where these arrows are coming from. But they are moving just like enough that it messes them up where I'm shooting my arrows. How many more poison? I think they're poison arrows. They might not be. Oh no, they are. They are. Just takes a while for it to figure out that it should be dying now. When there's 1 left, I think it'll be fine. It's just a couple of those shooting things at you all at once will mess with you. Even the silver pendant won't really help you. This guy, I think they put those like pillars in the way to help, so use them. But holy shit, how am I alive? I thought I had Estus flasks on, apparently. How am I not dead? I think if I had died here I would have lost my mind. But Jesus, I lived. Okay, we're just going all out. I think it also annoys me, Dark Souls 2, you can't get 50 in Estus flasks. I think the limit's like 12, isn't it? Why? That's such a weird number to limit Estus flasks. Now, I think maybe in New Game Plus can you go more? I don't know. Oh, I've got a clue. Boom! Yeah, you got nothing on my pendant. Artorias still being cool, even after death. One of these does have an item in. I think it's like a soul or something. We're nearly done though. Oh, it's there. Soul of a brave warrior. Now here is the chained prisoner, who I seem to care a lot about. Yeah, he can drop. I think he always respawns, and he will drop silver chainmail. But I don't get why that's important, because you can just buy it really early on. But he is really cool and really tough. I think he would probably be like the boar and take fire damage, but melee damage you always get staggered after a hit. And he seems to do very little damage to him. I'm just going to keep hitting him though, so, you know. But I think, and his feet are green. That's weird. But yeah, I think he probably does take fire damage. Very much like the boar. But he's like kind of fast and has like so many different like attacks, like with that ball and the point, and nothing stops him. He's like a fucking unstoppable force. He would also be good in the Olympics, apparently. The javelin and the hammer toss. I had to try and remember what that was. Oh fuck! I recorded this like 2 months ago, so whoop. I kind of just want to get Dark Souls done. Like, I love the game, but I want to play other stuff, and I think just the fact that I have to finish Dark Souls is kind of wearing me down on even recording. Like, I haven't recorded Bioshock or anything, so. Oh yeah, also I think there's a point he'll just stop. Yeah, like there, so. Same as the boar, just, oh, maybe not. There is probably a point he will stop. But the stairs are apparently super helpful because everything goes over your head. So use that to your advantage. And he drops chain armor. Worthless, but fine. We're super close to being done. We just got to go further into the abyss. I think we're actually going to be going into the prison now. The Oolacile dungeon. Watch out for this, because this is cruel. There's a bloat head on it. Boop. Hello. And he doesn't handle the elevator well. Whoop. Oh. That's good. So, we're at the bonfire. We will stop here. Next episode, we will fight Calamite and Manus and finish the DLC. I've been Archie. This has been Dark Souls. Goodbye.